What up, you weirdos? Dave here, and I like knives. Here to talk to you today about the Kershaw Chill. We have a blade of 3 inches, an overall handle length of 4, a width at the widest part of 1 inch, a depth of 1/4 inch, and a weight of 2 ounces. This thing is tiny, 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 but kinda big. With a blade of HCR13 MOV steel and handles of G10 with, I believe, stainless liners, some sort of metallic liners. This is excellent. Great blade. Very high bevel, very thin blade stock, big belly, not a big belly, but a usable belly with a very sharp, delicate tip. This is great for your food prep, great for letters, great for cutting strings off of clothing. I love this thing. This will never be your hard use, your use it, abuse it type of Rat 1 or Kershaw CQC. But as far as a super budget gentleman's carry, I like it. Good handle. This has absolutely become my go-to EDC knife. Where I work now, my amplitude felt a little big, a little heavy, so I subbed it out. That's still my favorite knife ever. This has been my go-to. It's a little bit smaller. Great handles. G10 on the outside makes it so darn light. And a great lock as well. In there you can see that lock sticks out just a little bit. And the handle is ramped just a little bit. Just enough for you to get your thumb in there. And I love it. Interestingly, for me anyway, and probably not for you, the backside is also ramped. But for literally no purpose. So I don't know why that is. Because you can't access the lock from that side. Is that just for ergonomics? Because that's not that big a deal. But whatever. Just an interesting thing for me. Great. I shouldn't have put this on great. It's good. It's good. Good clip. It's deep-ish. It's not as deep as I want. But it comes down to right there. Initially, it comes topside, and that much sticks out of your pocket. But on the backside, that much sticks out. I put this on great. I'm not entirely sure why, because in actuality, this clip makes me endless kinds of angry. Because budget Kershaws have, I'd like to say a half dozen, but it feels more like several hundred different variations on pocket clips. How many do I have accessible just in my tray right here? We have that one. We have that one. There. That's a different style. That's a different style. That's a Spyderco. All of these different clips. And why? Just have a handful of styles of clips so that you can exchange them and stuff, and these are just slightly off center, so I can't get my my deep carry from like my spleen. I can't put that on here because they are just slightly angled. So this clip is fine. I like that on the edge here you see that flat part. As it comes, that tucks perfectly into that corner. So the clip feels well integrated into the overall design and the lines, get into that next, of the knife. But what this clip represents is pathetic, I believe. Overall design and lines. I got angry. I didn't get angry. I got fussy at the Kershaw Oh So Sweet about having a bump right there that it just took you out just a little bit. from the overall aesthetic of the blade. This does not have that issue. I cannot find anywhere on this knife where there is a poorly placed line or bad design, other than there, obviously. Everything just right there. I don't have an issue. Everything just flows together so neatly. It's weird for me to talk that way about a knife that costs $16 from some vendors, but this is well designed, and I love that. That's what you want in an EDC in a gentleman's folder. You don't want tactical. You don't want anything that's going to stick out. You want something that's forgettable in the best way possible. And that's what I see this as. And it's good. It's great. I love it. Good size. Actually, I do wish that the handles covered that a little bit more because the blade does stick up above the pocket clip. That's just a very personal issue for me, but it's not all that big a deal, I recognize. Great size at a quarter of an inch at 2 ounces. I don't feel this at all. I love this thing. It disappears in my pocket. The pocket clip is incredibly stiff, so I don't ever have to worry about that slipping out. I have had to worry about that lately on my Amplitude. I need to take the pocket clip out and pinch it a little bit. But on this, that's never a problem. I never remember it because I never have to remember it. It disappears from my pocket and it's there when I need it. Good detent. On a lot of cheap blades, you can flick them open, and I did just there, but obviously after giving it a lot of work and a lot of flick. So good detent, holding it when it's supposed to, and letting it rip when it's supposed to. Good action. This is not great, it is good. Because I actually took this apart when I initially got it, put a little lube on the washers and stuff. You can still see it in there because I didn't get it opening like I wanted. This is meant like an assisted flick. When you press that, you're supposed to flick it, and it works great for that, but I prefer to open it with a still wrist. So it took a little bit of work, but I finally got it to where I can do that consistently. Also, the lock is fantastic. I think I talked about, I've done this video 4 times now because my alarm keeps going off and keep getting texts and stuff. So I can't remember if I actually mentioned that, but this lock, it's cut out there. You can see it. It's great. You can find it easily. It's great. Great name. I should have exchanged the name and the clip. This blade is actually so sharp and the tip so delicate that I am actually getting it stuck just by tapping the paper. It's great. Great name. Kershaw Chill. Man, I love how chill that is. Just somewhat recently, I did a video on the Cricket, what was it? The Outrage. And that name is way too intense for what the knife is. But the Kershaw Chill, I love that. I love that. And good thumb stud. It's not there because you have a flipper, so you don't need a stupid thumb stud. I love it. That's actually great. That actually goes into the design because there's nothing on here that doesn't need to be. The oh so sweet. I appreciated the scale pattern, but in places it felt obnoxious, a little bit gratuitous. There is not a single thing on here that doesn't need to be. This is my go-to EDC now, and it's great, and it's cheap. Kershaw sells this for $38, feels high. Amazon for $21, Walmart for $22. I got this from Cabela's for $33. I recognize that I got a little bit railroaded compared to the other vendors, but I don't mind that at all. I love this knife. If I end up caring enough, I could at some point do a comparison video between this and the Cricut M16, because as far as I see them, they are very comparable knives. One's basically a version of the other. I don't know if I'll do that yet. I don't know if I care enough. What I do care about is this blade, and it's great. And out of 10 stars, I give it a, in the spirit of the chill, I give it a, yeah. Whew. I like it. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please let me know below. If you actually have any other knives that fit in with this vein, obviously, every company is going to have a version of the other company's big sellers. That didn't make much sense, but whatever. So if there's not going to be a SOG. They only try to make tactical stuff. But yeah, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please let me know below. And other than that, have a great day.